Hi everyone, I'm Giantsbane. Welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger Part 22. Thanks again for joining us, and picking up where we left off. After getting the Masamune, the broken Masamune off the mountain, we come down here to investigate the little faker Tata, who we'd seen running away from monsters as we were headed up there. And because he'd been conscripted, I think by somebody. Maybe that was the other guy. Anyway, he was pretending to be a hero and he's not. And so now, of course, he's a big embarrassment to his father. I guess his grandpa doesn't know. That's okay. Oh. Poor daddy. Your son is great disappointment to family. Great dishonor. What was I looking for here? Can't remember. Oh, yeah, there it is. Hero medal. Got it already. It'll be nice to have when I get the Masamune. But for now, it's no, it's just a plot device. Alright, so let's save real. No. What was I remember what I was gonna do. I got confused here for a second. I was like, hold on. What am I doing? I need to go back and talk to the frog so I can show him that I'm making progress. And be like, oh hey, by the way. First, let's heal up real quick before we continue on our adventure. Ah! Nice and refreshed. Okay. Back into the Cursed Woods. Now we can go talk to our friend Kremet and show him the hero medal, which will get him to be a little more talkative. Because he's all like, oh no, my honor has been taken. I am disgraced. Oh. And there's the other part of the Masamune that we needed. Well, I mean, there's still more that we need, but like those are the two main parts: the broken sword and the handle and stuff, the hilt. Next, we need to go find a swordsmith, I believe, to reforge the blade. But if you remember, there was one particular swordsmith that seemed to be of special significance early in the game. So if we can go find him, then there you go. Just had to sprint past those fuckers. Sorry, I ain't got time to deal with you right now. Gotta fix this sweet sword. Trying to tie me up with petty fights. Got worlds to save. Stupid snakes don't know. So, to find that guy, what we gotta do is we gotta go and do a little more time traveling. He's in a different time period right now. He's actually in the 1000 AD, where the monsters have taken over. Oh, stupid roly-poly. Oh, it's not roly-poly, it's just normal poly, but still annoying. Throwing rocks at me. Move, imp, get out the way. Everybody pause for a group photo. It's annoying sometimes. The emulator likes to freeze up momentarily. Thankfully, it doesn't. I haven't had it crash at all yet. If any of you guys need a good, if any of you guys are wondering what emulators I'm using, you can always ask me. I've used a few different ones, but for purposes of playing this and recording, SNES 9X, I think is what it's called, seems to work really, really well, because I tried using something called RetroArch, and it was cool. The UI is really clean, and it's got a lot of functionality. It looks kind of like the UI kind of reminds me of PS3, because that's what it's modeled after. But unfortunately, and you can like navigate all the menus with your controller, so that's cool too. Unfortunately, though, it's also kind of resource hungry, and so right now I'm playing this stuff on the only thing I have available, which is a lower-end laptop. And so for some reason, even though most of my system's resources aren't being used, and by the way, we're gonna fight this Specco guy again. After make sure we're all healed up first. Alright, now. What is this? This is the wrong one. For some reason, I thought it was the right one the first time I did it. But anyway, yeah, so I've got, laptop I have is more than powerful enough to run all these older gen systems and games and stuff, and like I can run PS2 stuff on here, so it's good enough. Although those older systems, including the PS2, don't have very high requirements nowadays compared to nowadays computers. So it's nice to have all that at my fingertips. But unfortunately, with emulators like RetroArch, because of how they're designed, it makes it hard to use recording software at all. Like, I was using OBS at first, and it was like I dipped the game in molasses. It was just going so slow, and I was and the sound, because at first I didn't notice the game speed, like actually moving around and fighting and everything, like going slower, because it was just very slight. But then I noticed that the game sounds were like significantly reduced in speed, and it just kind of felt like I was going through slow motion. Now when I turned the recorder off, it popped back to normal, and I was like, this is really weird. And apparently, I guess it's a common problem with RetroArch. So if you want to record stuff on RetroArch, it's probably better to use a different emulator. But if you just want to play stuff, it's pretty good from what I've experienced with it. Mainly because it brings all of your emulators, or it brings multiple emulators under one roof. So that's the big appeal of it for me. But since I want to record stuff for YouTube, I don't mind having to go through a few separate emulators, because it's okay. It's not really that big of a deal. It's all organized in the same folder anyway. Don't want to go to Mystic Mountain right now. Not the Protodome. There it is, Medina Village, 1000 AD. Come out hey guys, I'm coming out the closet again. Ah. Yeah, they're used to me by now. Alright, heading out here back down to the left to meet our swordsmith buddy, who's chilling. Yeah, Melicor. What's up, Melicor? Yes, come back to see your collection. Oh, how did you get this awesome sword? Long story. Of course I want to hear the story. Tell me all about it. Also tell me if we can reforge it, because, you know, that's kind of the important part. Dreamstone. Haven't been able to get it for a long time. Find anything new? Nope. Dang it. Sell. Oh, never mind. Alright. Now we can go back and our next stop is gonna be like, I forgot what was it, 23 million BC or something. Whatever that one crazy, big number was. It was like way back in time, like dinosaur years. That's right. We're gonna go see some dinosaurs. Not very big ones though. Bare red rock. It's chapter 1 right now. It's funny, I only played the game for this long, but between making the videos and playing, it feels like I've played it a lot more. Alright, let's see here. Go back down to... Nope, it's not that one. It's this one. $65 million BC. There we go. Reptites. Well, one thing to do. Spin the wind! There's also another thing. Most of the dinosaurs are weak against magic, so because they have strong physical resistance because they're big hulking dinosaurs, they gotta deal with that kind of stuff anyway. So magic attacks are stronger and better against them for most part. There's some of them where it's the opposite, and you'll notice that when your magic attacks don't do very much damage. It's pretty easy to suss out. Ooh, napalm. I like the sound of that. Oh no! We're outnumbered by the epilepsy dinosaur squad. Alright. Spin the wind! Yeah! That's right. Suck it, reptites. I don't understand why the characters are limited to 5 characters in their names, but the monsters can have whatever the fuck they want. I know it probably had to do with the storage space available on the game discs. I know that these particular games on the cartridges weren't, that's what I'm looking for, very, had pretty limited space to work with, so I'm assuming it's probably that, but... I'm surprised she speaks at all. 65 million BC and somehow has the same language, even though it's not quite as evolved as it is at the current stage where Chrono's at. Oh, thanks. Yeah, just jump up there and run around them. Can't do that shit. Where you going, woman? Yeah. Ditch these things quick. Oh, fuck that up though. Fuck that up. Good. So that's the other annoying thing, is that your AoEs, minor annoyance anyway, the AoEs in this game can hit less targets than you want them to, or can hit less targets than their maximum, even if there's a max number of targets or units in the area. So that can be slightly annoying. I can understand it though, because there's certain fights where you don't want to attack a certain monster or whatever, so it has its uses, but you have to be mindful of it, otherwise you might wind up hitting less targets than you wanted to. It can be annoying. Kill Walla. Oh, it's those things, that's right. Alright guys, enough gloating, let's go. Come on. Alright. Sweet. Let's get out of this little starting area here. And this is actually where I can say that the game starts to pick up speed as far as difficulty is concerned. Insofar as like the bosses doing a lot more damage. The trash monsters and stuff that you fight around, while running around, aren't really any more difficult than they have been. But I think this is the first time period where I actually died to a boss. But you'll see that later. So you get to see me fail miserably, dying to a boss later. I think it's the reptile boss. Right here, I'm like, what's this? Ooh, hey. What's that, midget? I gotta talk to mommy. Chief has pretty red stone, eh? Oh, and the sweet water is nice because I just showed you the HPMP recovery. It's basically their version of sleeping in this particular time period. So if you need to revitalize yourself, just run over there and drink up. See, that's not the chief set. That's the chief set. Alright. Alright, and thank you all once again for watching this Let's Play Chrono Trigger Part 22. This about wraps it up for today, and we'll look forward to seeing you again on Part 23.